The clock that didn't tick. Once upon a time, in a quiet little town, nestled between rolling green hills and sparkling streams, there stood an old, enchanting clock shop. The shop's windows glistened with sunlight, and inside, hundreds of clocks of every shape and size lined the shelves. Some were tall and grand, with shiny brass pendulums, while others were tiny and delicate, decorated with painted flowers or intricate carvings. The shopkeeper, a kindly older gentleman named Mr. Whistlewood, loved each of his clocks, but there was one that was different from all the rest. On a dusty shelf in the corner sat a small wooden clock, simple and plain, with a round face and gentle hands. Unlike all the other clocks, this one didn't tick. It didn't chime on the hour, nor did its hands move. It simply sat there, quiet and still, day after day. Mr. Whistlewood called it tickerless. And though it never told the time, he kept it polished and clean, hoping that one day it would find its purpose. Every morning, Mr. Whistlewood wound all the clocks in his shop. He would listen to their cheerful ticking and the soft ringing of their bells. But when he reached tickerless, he would sigh and whisper, "Maybe tomorrow you'll tick, my friend." But tickerless never did. The other clocks sometimes whispered to each other, wondering why tickerless didn't work. "Perhaps it's broken," said a grandfather clock. "Or maybe it's just shy," suggested a tiny cuckoo clock. One rainy afternoon, a little girl named Emma entered the clock shop, her eyes wide with wonder. She was fascinated by all the clocks, but soon her gaze landed on tickerless. She walked over and gently picked it up, feeling its smooth wooden sides. "Why doesn't this clock tick?" she asked Mr. Whistlewood. Mr. Whistlewood smiled and knelt beside her. "This clock is special," he explained. "It may not tick, but it has a story all its own." Emma looked at tickerless and thought, "Maybe it needs a friend," she said. She took out a small ribbon from her hair and tied it around the clock's handle. Now it won't be lonely. That night, as the clock shop grew quiet and the rain tapped gently against the windows, something magical happened. Tickerless felt warm inside, as if the little girl's kindness had filled it with a gentle light. For the first time ever, it wished it could tick, just to make Emma happy. The next morning, Mr. Whistlewood was surprised to see tickerless glowing softly on the shelf. He wound it carefully, and something incredible happened. The clock began to tick, quietly at first, then a little louder. Its hands moved, and it chimed a soft, beautiful note. The other clocks gasped in delight, and Emma, who had come to visit again, clapped her hands with joy. From that day on, tickerless became the heart of the clock shop. It may not have been the fanciest or the loudest, but its gentle ticking reminded everyone that sometimes all you need is a little kindness and a friend to believe in you. And so, in the little clock shop, nestled between green hills and sparkling streams, tickerless ticked happily ever after, telling time and sharing its quiet magic with everyone who came to listen. And that, dear friends, is the story of the clock that didn't tick until it found the courage to try.